A verse known to many, but not always practiced, says, "Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits." When the sacred text warns by saying, "Do not be deceived," the first lesson we receive is how easy it is for the human being to be deceived, how easy it is for us to think that something is not harming us once it's killing us slowly. How easy, easier than you imagine. You think you have enough understanding to recognize when something is harming you and to run away from that. But in reality, this defense mechanism is much sharper when the threat is considerable and imminent. For example, if you're walking on the street and a stray dog comes running, barking at you, would you say, "He won't harm me, let me pet him"? No. You will find a wall, something for you to climb, for you to enter, lock the door behind you. You will run for your life. You will run from that dog because you know that the threat, the danger is considerable and imminent. And the suffering will be immediate. But with dangers that are more subtle and pleasant, that do not cause immediate damage, unfortunately, the human being is very complacent, very slow, and sometimes never wakes up to this danger that threatens their life. That's why they are deceived. That's why people who receive a medical advice, such as "don't eat salt," you have to reduce or eliminate salt from your diet, whether salt, sugar, or fat, whatever it may be. The person loves salt, sugar. And the problem is, they eat and they don't feel bad straight after. When they ingest that dessert, the ice cream, what will they feel? The pleasure of the sugar, of the food. So that pleasure will make them to think, "You see, I ate and it didn't harm me." So they are deceiving themselves, but they know, and everybody knows, that the damage is happening little by little and silently in their veins, in their hearts, in their blood, so on and so forth. But the human being does not react to these small threats that they come in small doses. They tend to be deceived, especially when it is pleasant. And the evil company, for example, in a way is pleasant. Why? Because you know those topics that nobody talks about, you know the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address it, and someone comes and says, "Listen, there's an elephant here in the room." And then you come and say, "Finally someone spoke about it." In a way, it's pleasant for you to have an evil company because there's an element of the forbidden, the element of no one talks about it. Finally, someone spoke about it. I think the same way. So the evil company has the element of pleasure, the element of you being aware of what has been said. So and so said that. How did it go? What happened? There is an element of you being informed about things. And when you are informed about things, what happens? You feel powerful because you can join another circle of people. You left one circle of people and then you come to another circle of people and you say,
"Did you know what happened? Did you learn what happened?
Did you hear about it?" And people, not knowing what happened, they say, "No, what happened?" And then you pass the information forward and you have the sensation I'm better informed than you. So it is something truly evil, diabolical, an evil company, as well as food that is harmful and silently kills the person who eats it. Evil company corrupts what? The good habits. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. In other words, spoil the good habits. When you least realize the good habits of not speaking ill of others, of not gossiping, of not eavesdropping, of not judging what you don't know, when you don't know both sides of the story, the good habit of minding your business and not other people's lives, all these good habits are corrupted. And when you least realize, you have none of them. They are all corrupted. They have given way to eavesdropping and have given way to curiosity about the mistakes of others, the bad informations, the bad news. Why does bad news travel so fast? Because people like to listen to bad news. Unfortunately, the human being is so fallen that if they hear, for example, we have a clear example on the work that we do. The Universal Church puts on air, in all means of communications that are available, wonderful testimonies of people who are healed, restored from drugs, from crack, cocaine, people who left crime, prostitution, anyway, people who had their lives, if it was in another place, would become a movie. The stories that we present, all true, if were other people presenting them, they would become books, movies, they'll be on the news. But nobody speaks about it. We are sharing an excellent news. This person was an alcoholic for 30 years and now they are free. It's as if we were saying the dog did their necessities on the pavement. Nobody cares. But when something happens, such as the elderly lady went to the Universal Church and when she climbed the stairs, she hit her head and she went to the hospital, it becomes news. As an owner of a great newspaper here in São Paulo told Bishop Macedo once, he said like this. Bishop Macedo was asking him this. The Universal Church does so much good and you don't speak not even one line about it. But if someone comes to speak ill of us with no proof, you put us right in the cover. What is wrong with you? The bishop asked with all his sincerity. And the newspaper's owner said, Mr. Edir, let me tell you something. If the dog bites you, this is none of my business. Now, if you beat the dog, oh, this is my business. Did you understand, dear friends? Did you understand how the world works? The world works like this. The world is eager for bad news. It's eager for gossip, for things that makes you to feel a little bit better than that person that you heard on the news. Oh, I'm not as evil as them. There's someone worse than me. But not only these words that says, do not be deceived, evil company corrupts good habits, you can check on Proverbs 13 verse 20. You see the following advice. He who walks with wise men will be wise. How wonderful. What a word. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. So if you want to be wise, if you want to be better in your life, be careful who you walk with and who you listen to. What makes your ear to yearn for more information resist within you? Because all of us, we have within a curiosity for negative things. Resist within you. Don't satisfy this yearning of your ear to listen or entertain bad conversations with others. And if someone always comes to bring you something bad, cut the person off. They may not be worthy of being in your circle of friends or contact list. Think very well about it. I was thinking at the foot of the Sinai, when the episode with the golden calf, that the people made a commotion and pressured Aaron to make the golden calf, which will be their god. I was thinking, someone suggested this idea was not given collectively, all thinking all at once. No, someone gave an idea. Why don't we make a golden calf? Then someone else heard and said, yes, it's true. In Egypt, there was the calf. They believed in the calf, how strong they were. And spread until it arrived in Aaron, who did not have the strength to say no to those people, but simply surrender to that. And there are a lot of people like Aaron who are not strong enough to say, shut your mouth. How dare you bring this information to me? And as I say, as there's a phrase out there, the gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ears. So if you dared to say this to certain people, the gossip would die there and your good habits would not be corrupted. Who knows? If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.